Tango is now on air. Okay, everyone. Hello and welcome to this new episode of the Wirefish Podcast. This is episode 39 of the podcast, and James wants a link. This is how we started. This is how we roll.
Yep.
Okay, here's your link.
Thank you.
Nice.
Put it on Facebook.
Okay, so yeah, the reason why I'm doing 39 is because several changes. Well, we already talked about it behind the scenes, but on air in public, we will mention this one thing. We will try to make this bi-weekly, if we can, and we are no longer doing seasons, which is why the title of this is also called The Season That Never Ends. So I added up all the podcast episodes together, and I came out with 38. So this episode is now 39. Wow, we did a lot of podcast episodes.
Yes, we did.
Whoa, I'm being repeated.
Hmm?
James, I think that's you.
Wait, what's me?
I'm being repeated.
You're being repeated?
Yeah.
Huh.
Is it me? I doubt it. I have headphones.
Yeah, I
in.
got my speakers off. I'm on my headphones. You getting echo? I turned off the broadcaster just in case.
Oh shit, it's me. Hold on, it's me.
That
Hold on.
self-destruction.
Okay.
Oh,
It was me.
it was me. It was me the whole time. It's
I'm like,
okay,
wait a second,
guys.
why am I hearing myself? Yeah, it came
We
out crystal
found
clear
Dio.
too. It came out crystal clear too. I'm like, holy shit. Okay, so going back, what the hell was I talking about?
You're talking about Dio, clearly.
Okay, so anyway, so yeah, I added up all the podcast episodes. Came out to 38. We are now episode 39. So what are we going to be talking about in this episode? Well, this episode is the year in review of the games we played in 2014. We got a lot of ground to cover because we really didn't do any episode. Like I think we didn't do any episode for 2014. Or if we did, actually, let me see. If we did, it was part of S5. Oh yeah, it was part of S5, but it was the end of 2013 and beginning of 2014, and it just simply ended all of a sudden. But that's okay because we got the season that never ends. So, so who wants to talk about the games that they played first?
Oof. I mean, I could start first, but I would rather hear from one of you guys. Warm up the spot.
Okay, so I guess I'll start off.
Okay.
So
Go, boss, go.
So I'll start off with I guess to have this fun, I'll have it be like just one game that I say, and then we just simply keep going around with another game that we play. So it's like one game me, one game you, one game another, and then it just rotates every time.
Gotcha.
All right.
So for me, I guess the first game I'll talk about is Wild Arms 2. So for me, I'm kind of I'm a Wild Arms fan. They tend to be very under the radar, that series, for quite a few people.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like the the atmosphere of it, especially the music from Michiko Naruke.
Oh yeah.
So, which she's done music for Smash Bros. She does the
One of the Zelda themes, I think.
Gerudo Valley. She does
Yep.
Gerudo Valley, and she does the Spirit Tracks theme.
Damn, that's a resume.
So, so if you hear like good old Wild West guitar, it's most likely her doing the music.
Mm-hmm.
So so going back to Wild Arms, so far I had played Wild Arms 3 first, way back when, and then I did play Wild Arms 4, but unfortunately I was never able to finish that, and I played it at a bad time because that's around the time when I was still in high school, and the work piled on during that time, so I just didn't have enough. I didn't have enough free time to play that, so I kind of left that game in limbo.
It's alright. Wild Arms 4 kind of blew anyway.
Mm.
I
feel
didn't
like-
finish it.
I don't know. I did like the battle system of Wild Arms 4, but
The hexagons.
the change in tone was very different. Like it didn't feel very Wild Westy to me.
Ooh.
But then there's so I decided to play Wild Arms 1, and that one was actually it was pretty good. It has some very weird localization issues, but it was actually pretty good. Wild Arms 2 was it was definitely better than well. Was it definitely better? I would say it was just about as good as Wild Arms 1.
You beat
And
one, right?
yeah, I beat 1.
Okay.
That's all the end of that. I beat 1 and 3. I never beat 4.
Okay.
So I played Wild Arms 2, and that game that's when I started to notice some of the some of the similarities that game has with the game that comes after, which is Wild Arms 3, where how you can when a battle starts you can stop the battle before it begins. Although in that one you can indefinitely just stop it unless you're forced into one. Unlike in 3, where you're only given a certain amount of times to stop a battle before they force you to do a battle. But but the storyline in that one, I'm trying to remember. Um, oh man, see now I'm at, now I'm actually starting to forget some things in that game. But I remember was that one was not as I would say it was not as emotional as Wild Arms 1. Like Wild Arms 1, that one had me kind of bawling a little bit, especially in the funeral scene. You remember that one, right, James? Oh, he said, "Shit, I'm going to have to rejoin. My audio interface is fucking up, and you're sounding like a robot." Oh boy.
You sound like T-Pain to him.
You guys continue for now. Be right back. Okay, he's out. All right, so I'll leave the funeral scene for later, but with Wild Arms 2, it was definitely like it definitely had it was a competent story to say the least. I mean, it did get a move on a lot quicker than Wild Arms 1 did. Like Wild Arms 1, it took its time to get going, and when it finally did, it was what you expect from an early PS1 game that still had elements of the SNES era. Um, but one thing definitely that I did not like was the fact that Tim was in the game, and yeah, his skills, he's kind of like a blue mage in that game, so he learns. Oh wait, no, that's Oh wait, no, my bad. That's one of the other characters. But for him, he equips spells based on the guardians he has, and guardians get equipped by other characters. So you have to take their guardians off of them to put it to him, so he can learn new skills. And in the final battle, I ended up stuck with barely any skills for him. And the final battles, it's what do you call? Uh, they sort of get split up, and so you had to go 1-on-1 with 3 parts, and he ended up being one of the people, so he could not live on his own, so he just ended up dying. So I had to up his skills to give him more skills and skills that could inflict a lot of damage and as well as heal himself. So I finally put him back in the battle. He ended up winning, and I ended up beating the game. But I would say Wild Arms 2, it was okay. It wasn't good. It was well, it was good, but it wasn't as bad as say Wild Arms 4. It was an okay romp for what it was. And if anyone wants to learn a little bit more about Wild Arms past, or listen to some good old Michiko Naruke music, they can do that. All right, so who wants to go in next?
Okay. I guess I'll go. So I've been playing a lot of DBZ Hyper Fighting. Yeah. Once I saw it online, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to do this now. So that's mainly that's like my fighting game thing. Like if I don't want to play League or I get something from my Steam library or anything on my handheld or the Wii U my wife got me, I'll just like play DBZ Hyper Fighting. The updates are coming out, so more characters are coming out. So eventually, I'm hoping there's like some online gaming support for this. So yeah, still waiting for that part.
It's called Hyper Fighting, right? You're not giving it a nickname.
Yeah, it's called Hyper Fighting DBZ, right? That's what I search online, and that's how I get my updates. I
Oh,
call it that, and that's what I get from there. Good game though, real fun. Supports arcade sticks, so it's only better from now on.
actually, I think I saw that trailer that the Dave put up for
Yeah.
the new one coming out, and the storyline, like, I don't know, I'm not like, I don't do the DBZ games like that, but
Oh no
listen to
no no wait. You think like the official publisher one? Is that what you think I'm talking about?
what.
No, I'm talking about the Mugen one, the one that's community based, and that one guy.
Oh
Yeah, that's
wow!
what I've been playing.
Oh wow! See, because I hear DBZ Hyper Fighting, I'm like, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, that was the code name for it, and that's what they called the DBZ Hyper Fighting or whatever. And yeah, that's the one with the Mugen support. So
Okay,
it's made with the Mugen engine, and some dude hand drew all the animations and tiles for it, so it looks really super crisp. It's a really good game, and yeah, so
nice. I know it's a lot of is that there's definitely a lot more like community made games being made, like especially Project M, which
right.
that alone is very impressive what they did. Like they put in new music, new costumes. They even added that one mode that I've been wanting since I played Capcom versus SNK, and that is what they call a All Star versus mode, where you just pick up and James left again, where you just simply pick out a certain amount of characters that you want, and it sort of goes. I think would it be called round robin or something? No, not it wouldn't be called that. But like if one of your characters gets KO'd, then the next character you have in line gets put in. So like if I have a Rob and Game and Watch who's Rob, then Game and Watch takes over. It's kind of like King of Fighters in that regard. So I really like what these guys are doing in the fighting game community. So so yeah, cool stuff, man. And so guess what? You're up.
All right. Well, recently I have been playing LA Noir from the beginning all the way to almost the very end. Like I made it up to the Vice case, but then I decided to take a break from it and move on to the next game that I was actually in the mood to play with, and so the second game I started playing while I'm taking a break from LA Noire, it was actually The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword.
Mm.
Now the game's it's actually pretty good. You know, it's almost quite similar to Ocarina of Time, but added some new elements in it. And I also like I like the fact that they added some of the items and that's actually really useful.
Mm.
And like like compared to the one that's Ocarina of Time, there was I forgot what was the name of the item that you used to dig for bugs or just so you can plan a scene in it. But
This is in Skyward Sword, right?
yeah,
Yeah, I haven't played that one, sadly. But you said it also came from Twilight Princess, right? Or
right.
no?
The game came out after Twilight Princess.
No, but I'm talking about the item. Was the item also in Twilight Princess, or is this entirely new for Skyward Sword?
It's entirely new.
Oh, okay. All right, cause all right. I was about to help you with naming it, but I was like, wait a second. So I need to get bugs. No, that's not the one. 'Cause I'm thinking about the bug catcher net
Oh,
from A Link to the Past.
oh yeah. Uh, you know what? Yeah. One of the items that's similar to the Link to the Past was actually the digging mittens. And the digging mittens that allows you dig for rupees and some other stuff.
Ah, okay.
And I also like the development feature that they added that you get to use your Lockbird to fly around and travel to different temples and and to other islands for you to experience some many new games. And there's a lot of puzzle solving going on. It's it's quite challenging, but I really like it. And some of the puzzles that I done in Skyward Sword, it just took me a long time to get used to it.
Mm.
And
And go on, go on.
so yeah, because when you first started doing a puzzle, depending on the levels that you're traveling at, you you never know what to do. And there's no I mean, no instruction manual is ever going to help you out. But for that part, the idea is so if you're a Zelda fan, then you have to be able to try to figure out this puzzle on your own.
Yeah, and I remember what was it? I think it was Eiji Aonuma, the director. He said that he wanted to change the format of the Zelda formula, and he I think he said that he designed Skyward Sword's world to be just this one big dungeon. So like if
That's what
something has
Skyward Sword looked like.
that it was one big dungeon. So like
Yeah.
for instance, if you have to do something in one area, then you're in that one area, and if you found something for another area, then you go to that area and start using that new item you had just gotten. It almost feels like a Metroidvania in that regard, where it's just one large dungeon, kind of like that. Or that's what I'm guessing. I haven't played Skyward Sword, but from the sounds of it, from the sounds of what Aonuma has been saying, that sounds like what it is. Can you confirm that? That it feels like that?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
And what really surprises me is that this new one of the items that they added to Skyward Sword, it was actually the whip. And I heard about the whip from the previous E3 event, like when Stuttering Craig from Screw Attack interviewed James Rolfe, the angry video game nerd. He asked him what does he think about the new Zelda game, and he was like, Zeldavania.
Oh wow. So I was right.
But yeah, it's I was really surprised that you get to use a whip to reach for branches when you want to swing from one platform to another, and I do believe that you can also use it to destroy the enemies as well.
Mm.
But other than that, there are also some of the items that recently the one that recently appeared in Ocarina of Time. The same useful spec as usual, but it was quite alright. I like the I because whenever time I'm playing a new Zelda game, I'm always looking forward to a new dungeon. I was looking for a new challenge and puzzles to solve, and plus and the story mode it was actually pretty good.
Mm. All right. Okay. Oh, I forgot to mention. Before we go to James, I forgot to introduce you, Gusford. So yeah, that's Gusford. He actually used to be our when we would meet in person at Lehman College. He was the one that was behind the camera, making sure how much time we had, moving the camera around, and just making sure that the camera was on, because sometimes it would turn off all of a sudden, and we'd just be talking to a blank camera.
Good times.
So he'll be there making sure that things were in working order and we were being recorded at least in video form. So we always thank Guest for his help back then, but now since we're in Hangouts, there's no camera, so we're bringing him on board to talk with us. So nice to have you on board, Guestford. We do want to see. We hope to see you, in more future episodes. So, so yeah, say hi to everyone, Guestford.
Hey, yeah, thanks for having me.
All right. Okay, so James.
Yeah. You guys can hear me well, right?
Yep.
Good, good.
All right. So James, what have you been playing?
Well, I guess before we rotate, we're already talking about Zelda. I guess we was just mentioning it's Hyrule Warriors. Holy smokes. That game is so good.
You didn't think you'd like a Dynasty Warriors game?
No, I'm not a Dynasty Warriors fan, but Hyrule Warriors I could stand behind.
Yeah, same here, man.
Chock full of content. We bought the DLC. We still haven't finished the regular game.
Wow.
And we've been streaming that along with Sonic Boom, which I'll talk about later on, but right now we're on Hyrule right now we're on Hyrule Warriors. The combat's great. Like all the characters we've been dividing. Despite having like a lot of similarities, like killing generals and stuff, and essentially being the same boss fights after a while, including the expansions, they haven't introduced extra bosses. Somehow, I don't know how, it stays fun to play.
And that's something I don't like. That's something that even I haven't played a Dynasty Warriors game yet, but I still think Samurai Kagura was my big gateway game because it pretty much is the unlockables that keep you coming back, and sort of like how much of a combo can you have with a certain character.
Mm-hmm.
Like after you learn how they move, how they attack, you sort of want to try and maximize, how much damage you can give out. So like I think in Samurai Kagura, I mainly I believe I play as Yomi, and she's pretty slow, but she also racks up. She does massive damage with all those hits, and there's also all the other stuff that you tend to unlock in those games. So, and I'm hearing Shinobi. Okay, I haven't gotten to that one, but Shinobi Versus, that has a lot of content. I have not played that yet, even though I have it. But anyway, continue.
Oh yeah, so I'm playing with Tony. I don't know, Guessford or Brian, have you guys played it?
Hyrule Warriors.
Mhm.
I'm not a fan of Dynasty Warriors, any kind of Muso games. I heard it's pretty good, but I can't play Muso games at all.
Oh.
I know. I'll play it if people are around. I'll play it, but there's no way in hell I'm buying it for myself.
Yeah, it's probably more fun co-op. I haven't even touched it single, to be honest.
He doesn't like Lupu.
I don't.
Right.
I don't at all. It's a terrible, traumatic story as to why I don't like those games. I will never play them again.
Ooh.
I'm almost curious. You want to share that story on?
Sure. I was going to my friend Daryl's house, and you guys know Daryl, but
Yeah.
he asked me. I was at the store. It's like, yo, could you get me Dynasty Warriors 4? So I came over to his house, got him Dynasty Warriors 4, thought we were going to hang out. This dude and his brother ended up playing the game for like 8 hours, forgot I was there. I ended up leaving, going home, and they didn't realize. And I'm like, that game is literally the death. So fuck that game.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Fuck Muso games in general.
Yo, they went full Sims on you, son.
Yeah, they forgot I was even coming over. I was like, wow.
Yo, no lie.
So,
That was a case you really could have like left their door open. A burglar could have come in, taken their shit, and then they finally opened the fridge and they realized, yo, where's the fridge?
Yeah, fucking ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah. So that yeah, never again. Anything
Yeah,
other than Hyrule? Haven't you been playing something other than Hyrule recently? You started Toad, right?
Oh, Captain Toad, Treasure Tracker.
Yo, that's my shit. That's my fucking game, man.
And you said you were doing the post-game stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm actually still on Treasure Tracker 1. 'Cause I want to do the challenges before I move on to Treasure Tracker 2.
Well, you missed me do the worst challenge so far. I'm in Treasure Tracker 3.
Oh, okay.
Woo!
that game really is a shit. And by the way, James, I did came around to playing Hyrule Warriors. It was the fucking shit, man. Love it. Absolutely. Personally, I'm not a big fan of Dynasty Warriors, but that game, Hyrule Warriors, what convinced me to play is because it has all the Zelda characters, the items, and a whole bunch of stuff.
Bombs, arrows.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird that you're supposed to stop a Bombchu from coming at you. I was like, what the fuck? But anyway, I find it a good game, and I also like the fact that in Hyrule Warriors, there's there is a map from the first Legend of Zelda game.
Adventure mode you're talking about, right?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the first one, original, and it's also the Master Quest mode that there's so much to complete that allows you to unlock characters, weapons, and the item search and a whole bunch of stuff. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, one thing I'm starting to notice is that all of us, even though I haven't played Hyrule Wars, I don't have a Wii U, or except for maybe Brian, he doesn't like Musou, but the DW games, but it's like it looks like Koei made a good choice here because it looks like they just got a whole bunch of new Dynasty Warriors fans with this game, because a whole bunch of
that
people.
and Iwata was over their ass. They said, "You mess up our IP, we will break your legs."
Because it's like we gave you one chance and look what fucking happened. Although then again, that's not their fault. That was Sakaguchi. That was Sakamoto's fault. But he's like, we'll give you another chance, but this time it's all on you. And he did good.
Mm-hmm.
But that Tecmo definitely got some new Dynasty Warriors fans for that one, or Tecmo Koei, the Koei side of it at least. They got some new DW fans. So if they make a new Musou game, it's gonna be.
Well, they're doing the Dragon Quest one.
Wait, what?
They're making a Dragon Quest Musou game.
Seriously?
Yeah, no joke.
Okay, I gotta look this shit up. Hold on, where's my pen? Ah, fuck, I don't have a pen. But yo, if that's the case,
That's their next Musou game.
Yo, son, I just pictured. You know Dissidia?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that as a Musou.
I never really got into Dissidia.
I kind of got into a hardcore.
It's gonna be the Musou Dissidia is basically Final Fantasy 12 without the annoying light poles. Go over here. Go behind the enemy. Strike. I'm Van. I can't find a whole shirt.
When the time comes, though, I have a lot to say about Square, though.
So let's see. I guess I'll come in.
So we're gonna keep round robining, right? Like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay, cool.
so I guess I'll go in next. So the next game I played was Grandia.
Okay.
On PSN Classics. And that game, it's weird how it tells the story. Like at first, the story it really does seem like like, oh, here's this this young kid, he's causing mischief and stuff like that, and it really does feel like you're on an adventure. Like there's no big adversaries. You're just seeing. It's almost like watching Ash go through the Kanto region. He had a goal, of course, which was to capture Pokemon and get all the badges, but it was a whole bunch of hijinks, a whole bunch of craziness that would happen. It was more about the journey than the ending when it came to Grandia. So the big bad, it's not even as prevalent until you hit the second disc. But with Grandia, I would say the story was good. It was good. It wasn't the best that I experienced, but it was pretty good. The battle system, like. Now I see where Child of Light got his battle system from, which is it's kind of like the ATB system, but everyone just shares 1 meter. And all you see is icons race to the act part, which I actually do like. What I didn't like was the fact that, and I think did Anthony play Grandia?
Yeah, we played it together, both 1 and 2 so far.
But don't you hate it when your character just gets stuck in a corner and you're like, oh my god, get out of that corner, and suddenly their act is canceled?
Yeah, they do really wonky shit sometimes. The AI.
Like I think I remember one time I told Justin, and there was just one target and it was close. It was right there, and I told Justin, go give it a W cut.
Mm-hmm.
He fucking runs all the way to the right side of the screen when the enemy is right there in front of us. And I'm like, Justin, what the fuck are you doing? And so someone else had to go pick up the slack. And it was on one of the harder hitting enemies, so I'm like, this motherfucker is just going off in the corner looking like a dumb shit.
Wait until you play 2 and they start blocking each other. One of them's trying to run for the enemy, but somebody else is standing right in front of them. And so they're running into them for like a second, and then they start running a little circle, and then they lose their turn.
Wasn't Grandia 2 released for the PS2?
Yeah, it was also on the Dreamcast as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I never played it, and I would like to own a copy and give it a try. But though
Sure.
for the most part, I do have Grandia 3 on the PS2.
Ooh.
It's pretty good.
Grandia 3 is really good too. It's not 1 or 2, but it's still, it's solid.
It's not Grandia Extreme.
Mm-hmm. I haven't played Extreme actually.
That one, I didn't play that either, but from the sounds of it, it was more action oriented. So
Yeah.
But I'm still like, why the hell they call it Grandia Extreme?
That's what I'm wondering.
That's definitely like remnants of the '90s. Like, we're gonna call this one Extreme.
I mean, what's so extreme about it?
It's straight away from the basic formula.
It's an extreme departure from what you normally expect from a Grandia game.
It's like Arc the Lad. They made one spin-off sort of game that was totally not Arc the Lad. I forget the name of it though.
Twilight of the Spirits?
No, it was after that, I think.
Oh, damn. I know the one you're talking about.
It had online play too for the PS2. Except nobody used it.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot the subtitle, but I think it's still called Arc the Lad, but it has a different subtitle.
Yeah.
But what else about Grandia? Oh yeah.
Okay.
What are you saying, Lean?
Bad voice acting. It's bad
I
in
gotta
2.
give that game a good try. I had it before when I was younger, and I just never played it.
You gotta play it, yo. The voice acting.
It's worth it.
The
Worse
voice
than
acting is
Shining
almost.
Force 3.
I would say so. Yes. It was.
Not to
It's,
bear your Arctic Blast.
dude. Oh my.
Spare
Let me tell
it,
you right now.
help me.
Dude, let me tell you right now. He has a rival. That guy that says "Bear my Arctic Blast," he has a rival. There's this one character named Rap. Whenever he does a fire attack, he does this. I shit you not. 100 million degrees. Take that.
Oh God. See, now I have to play it because I love bad voice acting.
Dude, this is the best that 90s Japanese anime RPG voiceover can bring you. It has that 90s cheesiness that is like, it's like, these guys, there wasn't much that they could voice over, but when they got it, they tried their best. They tried their best. Or you leave that whole thing going, God bless their soul. That's how you end it. They tried. And then there's what is it? Sue, when she does her cheer.
Oh.
She goes like, "Let's go, Puffy!" So, there was that, which I did a lot. So I ended up getting, I ended up hearing that a whole bunch because she was the only competent healer of the bunch. And then there was another one that I just simply hated their voice because of how, I think it was it Guido? The rabbit looking dude?
I think so. I don't remember his voice though.
He sounded like he sounded like a Backstreet Mario character.
I think I'm sort of remembering now.
Everything has an at it. It's like it's a good to I see you again. And I'm like, huh?
The hell?
Like I could not understand what the fuck he was saying. Like whenever he showed up, I'm like, and things that he's actually pretty central to the plot at some point, but his accent was so shit. The way they localized it, that I kind of got lost. I was like, what exactly is he saying? I need a translator. So, but one thing I did hate though, which I talked about before the taping, was that you do find yourself like the game. It tells you, not tells you, but through the way it's designed, it's supposed to motivate you to try out other spells on different enemies. but you end up using just the same spell on enemies over and over and over again, because they're just that effective. And so what ended up happening near the end of the game was that I only had a handful of skills that I just kept using that were effective, but then when I faced the final battle, like they just simply weren't enough. So, for example, by the end of the game, I did not have Dragon Cut or Dragon King Slice for Justin. I didn't have that at all. Even though he learned it, he had the ability to learn it. I didn't level up some of his magic skills to have it in my arsenal. So I had to back out a little bit and just start grinding my skills, to level them up. Which it wasn't that bad, but I had to grind all my skills in order to get some of the more better skills that could help me win a battle or at least stay alive. And it definitely helped because I then like curb stomped the living fuck out of that final battle. But it has that same problem that Tim had at the end of Wild Arms 2, where I had to skill grind for him as well because I had to make him live in a solo fight. So there's all that. All right, so yeah, I guess that's all I want to say for Grandia. So who's next?
Oh yeah, my turn. Um, let's see. I've been playing this indie game called I Am Bread.
Oh my god,
Red.
I know that game.
Yeah, it's called I Am Bread, and you basically are a piece of bread trying to get to the toaster or the air conditioner to, I don't know, toast yourself in some weird fucked up way.
What?
Yeah.
This sounds awesome.
And
What's it for?
It's on PC, yeah. It's on Steam. It's like, I don't know how much it is. I think it was like less than $5 or maybe $5.
Should be $2,
Yeah.
man. It's Wonder Bread.
Uh, it's a fun game. It's like, it's really weird. It's a good time waster. It's much better than I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, but there's really nothing much I can say about it because it's like, it's kind of like describing Jet Set Radio to somebody. Like you can tell them, but they're gonna be like, I have to play this because I can't understand it on a context level. But it's pretty good. It's pretty fun.
I understand the pain of Jet Set Radio. Don't talk to me about that game.
That's my second game for the year. I got a few more after this.
But but we definitely I Am Bread. That's one of those that you just have to look up YouTube videos of people's reactions. Cause this guy Dashi, he goes OD on I Am Bread. He only played it twice and he stopped playing because he got so mad at playing it. So but I think the best way I can describe it is almost like 3D QWOP in a sense.
Yeah, but QWOP is like fucking terrible, almost unplayable. Where I Am Bread is like, you know what? What is the name of that damn game with the robot and you're in the house and you're going around doing objectives?
Chibi
Oh
Robo.
my god, Chibi Robo. It's like Chibi Robo, but like in a weird, fucked up, more watered down concept. But it's at the same time really fun because I don't know who the hell designed the physics engine, but that person's like a genius or really stupid.
Probably the friend of the guy that made Octodad.
Yeah, that too. Or
Either that or Mount Your Friends.
oh god, please melt your bulges in that fucking game. Like it's like the arms and the bodies are weird. He just made the dicks perfect. Like how does that happen? He like literally like he went out his way to make the dicks perfect. I'm like, how did you do that?
He had a jiggle for
Like
6
I
of
can't
them.
draw arms or legs or heads or eyes or noses correctly, but I can draw a nice fat dick. Like, are you serious? That's like the only thing he drew correctly.
Freud was right.
He like played God, but was really into like big dick porn or something. He said, "Yo, you see the arms and legs? I don't think that looks right. You know what? Let's draw a give him fat cock." And then
God was a BBC fan.
Yeah, he was like, "Yo, I'm really into cuckolding, so everyone's gonna have a fat cock." Like, are you serious?
Oh shit.
God damn, that game is awkward.
And the worst thing about it is that the way Mario Your Friends is played, there will be there will always be a situation where your character will be up against another character's dick, like face to dick. That's how it's always going to end the round sometimes. So
So the creator was into like big dick face porn or something. He said, "All I need in this life of sin is me and a fat dick." That's literally his entire motto. He's like super into JoJo or something.
Never mind. I was about to say
Like
JoJo's Bizarre.
JoJo's really bizarre adventure.
You're there, JoJo's Bizarre Dick.
You know, just Dio coming through. Tokyo Tomare. What are you doing to me, Dio?
Anyway, we gotta move on before this becomes the season that dicks. The season that never dicks.
We're gonna have a bunch of episodes just named after Dick.
All right. So I guess Guessford is up next.
Desperado.
Next game.
All right. Well, the next game well, one of them I've not played in a long time, and it was actually well, Suikoden 2.
Ooh.
That's right. That game recently came out on the PSN.
Mhm.
It's about a month ago, if I'm correct. So yeah, it's but let me tell you, it is actually one of the best-selling RPG games ever made, and it is no similar to Final Fantasy. So anyway, in Suikoden 2, I love the story of it. Like everything that's in it. There's friendship. There's magical. There's betrayals, and then at the end, everything gets resolved.
Do you have to play the Suikodens in order? No, right?
Nah.
Not
They're
really.
two different games. Okay, all right. Because I saw it also on PSN, and I wanted to pick it up, and I just wasn't too sure. But okay, so all right. It looks like I know what I'm buying next.
I
This is
mean,
gonna be a
there
busy year.
is a connection, but it's
God
really,
damn it, James! God damn it, James! Didn't I just ask you?
there is a weak connection between 1 and 2. I mean, it takes place in like a different area and stuff, but there are some characters that show up between 1 and 2.
Oh,
Also, it's kind of like
There's
Persona
something-
1 and 2.
I suppose, yeah.
Because Persona 1 and 2, like, you can play Persona 2 without playing Persona 1. Like, I played Persona 1,
Huh?
and I did not fucking like it. So, I
no
went
one
on.
did.
I didn't beat that one, so I went straight to 2. But you could still see some characters from Persona 1 in the second game. But you don't have to necessarily play the first game for that. But, you know, I'll get to that when I'm back on. So, moving on. So, continue, Guessford.
Yes. Well, and so like in the well, Suikoden 2 is it's quite similar to the first Suikoden game, and except that they're what where do I start? Like just like in the original Suikoden game, you get to recruit up to 108 characters. And once you do that, you get a reward.
Wow.
And good
Well, don't spoil it, because that kind of affects the ending.
good things always happen. Like when you recruit all of your army for up to 108 people to to your I was gonna say to your castle, to your headquarters, and you're basically fighting off against the Imperial Army, and the story is pretty long. It goes on for it, and there's a whole bunch of elements in there. Like there's a lot of weapons that you can buy. There's armors that you can equip. each time you fight a whole bunch of enemies in a random battle, you get to level up as much as you can. Plus, and once you do that, you earn experience, you earn gills. Gills are basically money that you can use to buy some items, weapons, and armors, and as well as crystals that can be used to equip your runes. And so in every Suikoden game, they have a lot of they have tons of runes that you can use to cast a spell.
Mm. And this game is a strategy RPG, right?
No, it's a turn-based RPG actually.
It's a turn-based RPG, yeah.
And you can recruit up to 108 characters. That's almost like Chrono Cross. So that one only has like.
Yeah, they're not all playable though. The
Or
108
Masochist
characters, I
and
think
Fire
maybe
Emblem.
50.
Say what again?
I said, or
James?
Masochist and Fire Emblem.
Oh god, yeah.
No, but James, what were you saying though?
Oh yeah, you can't play as all the characters that you recruit. Like some of them only like build your hot springs or an elevator. Or they do like non-essential shit.
So it's damn. It almost sounds like almost like a civilization sim almost. Like you have certain people, they're tasked with this thing and this thing and that thing, and you only have some that can actually go into battle.
Yeah.
Right, but to some of the characters, some characters can join your party, but other characters may not be able to join you.
Mm.
There could be many reasons. Like let's say one of them is in charge of I don't know of maintaining your castle or or something like that. But it is possible that most characters that you recruit, they can join your party and you just fight off against a whole bunch of enemies.
Mm-hmm. Another thing to point out is that a lot of the characters are missable. Like you could permanently miss them, and unless you get them all, you're fucked out of the really good ending sort of thing.
Mm.
I mean, that happened to me once.
Mm-hmm.
But when I looked up the Help of a Strategy guidebook,
Yeah, you need a guide to get everybody.
that's when I realized that if you're from a starting point, early on, then you might this will be a good time for you to get some recruits because if you skip some events that's giving you an opportunity to recruit some missing characters, let's say, then you're gonna miss it and there won't be a second chance unless you have to restart the game all over again.
Mm.
Sometimes you have to backtrack and you won't even know it. Sometimes you could totally you could do something and fuck yourself out of getting the character.
And speaking of fuck ups, like the first Suikoden game,
Yeah.
there's the first boss that you're fighting is against what's his name, Kwanda, right? And once you defeat him in a strategic battle, you're coming close to fight it in a 1-to-1 battle against him. So you win the battle against him, and then once he talks to you, and you're giving an option to to either give him a chance or to kill him. Well, if you kill Kwanda, then you're not gonna be able to recruit him, and that'd be really sad. But if you choose to to let him live and let him join your army, then that's when things will start to change and it'll become really good. And the same thing that happened to other bosses, like this flower guy named Milich. It's possible you can recruit him, but whatever you do not kill him, because otherwise you're not gonna get him to join your army.
Mm-hmm. You can't recruit a corpse.
All right, so.
What else? As I was saying, there's a lot of there's a whole bunch of rooms that you can get that allows you to cast spells. Some of the rooms are really rare and hard to find, so you got to work your ass off really, really hard into the battlefield and into finding the one of the rarest rooms that you can do it. And sometimes at some point you can try to try to get to the place as early as possible before you know like move on to the first chapter of the game, just so you can get the one of the rares room that's in another place. I mean, I'm not sure if you can get on your own or you need somebody to join you in your group, but I highly recommend that you get someone to join you just so you can get the items.
Mm.
There's also one of the things that's called the unite attack. That's when two people unite their strengths together to attack an enemy and does a lot of damage. And Suikoden 2 does it a lot much better than in previous game. That one's actually pretty good. And there's also one of the items that's called the stone stat. The stone stat, it allows you to raise your character's attributes, such as strength, magic, dexterity, speed.
It's a rare candy.
Kind of like the rare candy, yeah. And so from what I heard, that in Suikoden 2, you get to use the magic stone stat trick. That where you use the item to raise your character's attributes. You save the game, and by the time you reload the game, well, guess what? That the magic the magic stone that you used up, it's still there in the items menu.
That's some cheating shit.
That's
That's
over
some
and over again, because the
that's
programmer
some single trash
like a
right
bug
there.
you get to use it over and over again until you maximize the attributes. Because that's exactly what the game programmers intended to do.
For you to cheat that thing?
It's basically a glitch, but I don't think I really consider it as cheating.
A glitch is not intended by programmers, but it's understood.
Unless it's Goat Simulator, but anyway. So okay.
James.
Yeah.
That's some cheating shit.
So anyway, if you're a fan of the Suikoden games, or even if you're not, just definitely pick up the game and try it out. You will definitely love it. Yeah, you won't regret it.
Or if you're a fan of either Pokemon or Chrono Cross.
Chrono Pokemon.
Chrono Pokemon.
Chrono Cross Pokemon would be so sick. It would just be
Oh, yeah, it
polygons
would.
fighting.
And there'll be like melodramatic guitar music.
Definitely pick up the game and play it. No regrets.
Mhm.
That's all I can say.
Alright, so
Agreed,
James.
it's a goodie.
Alright, so James, you're up.
Well, you guys know how much I love the people that I play cooperative games with. This year, my friend, you guys know Corey, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
He came to town this winter from Antigua. Was staying for a while.
He kept
He hasn't hit
dying.
me.
He kept dying in Sonic Generations might.
Yeah. The first thing we did was Sonic Generations. But what I really wanted him over for was Sonic Boom.
Oh boy.
Sonic Boom.
Oh my god.
And Sonic 06. The crazy
I like
part
that.
is, I
like
came
that
to
game.
like Sonic 06. I want to resume it, but I haven't heard from Corey ever since I put him through Sonic Boom and Sonic 06.
I like Sonic 06 though.
It's pretty cool.
No, you like the final battle of Sonic 06.
I
You
like
know-
Sonic 06 in general. It had a lot of good ideas. They just weren't done right.
And I was actually enjoying the game, but now, he hasn't been like, I gotta come over and play Sonic 06, so he's not really into it. And which leads me to Sonic Boom, the third game.
Oh.
It has cooperative play, but it's only 2 players. They make you think it's a 4-player co-op game. It's bullshit. I had Tony come over, he's like, oh my god, we're gonna play multiplayer Sonic Boom, this is gonna be great. So, the frame rate is god-awful. It's glitchy as fuck. Have you guys seen the glitch videos from that game that I put up?
No,
Yeah,
but
I saw the
I
one
did
where
see.
you were walking around and like the green, I guess like level was reaching in the other one, and then everything turned blue or some weird like I was like, why is the floor like coming to the sky?
Then I
The
think
floor didn't load.
that yeah, and some other thing that happened. Like I think you had gone back to a previous location, or you had gone through a hole that was from a previous location, and for some reason that area did not load, and you fell through.
That was the last time we played Sonic Boom, sadly.
Yeah. Now, what really got me up in arms when I saw a YouTube video was that there was a giant ship. There's like a place that has a lot of piers,
Uh-huh.
and there was a giant ship that was there, and as it's flying through, it's moving. I think it was moving at like the ship itself is moving at 30 frames per second, but the ship is moving at 15 frames. I'm like, why is the ship? And it looked like a
You see the
PowerPoint.
shadow?
It looked like his shadow had opened the PowerPoint, and that's how it was moving. So I'm like, what the fuck? And then what made me go up in arms was the fact that it'll cast a shadow on the mountain, but it would not cast a shadow on the water. I'm like, what is this, a fucking vampire ship? What the fuck is this all about? So
It's a stain.
it's a selective vampire ship. It's like when I'm over water, I'm a vampire, but anytime else, I'm a regular fucking thing.
And you guys want to hear some crazy shit?
Here we go.
So, as a gift for myself for Christmas, I got myself this video upscaler for like retro consoles. It's called the FrameMeister,
Okay.
Okay.
and it upscales like any retro game to 1080p with really sharp image quality.
Oh, that's good.
The thing is, obviously, it's not going to have any impact on 1080p games, right? Or 720. It's not going to show that much. It's only going to show on, like pixel art sort of games, like the 240p older games, really shine.
Right.
But you're not going to see much of a difference in 720 or 1080p games, basically.
Mm-hmm.
This game, Sonic Boom, is the one Wii U game that I've put on the FrameMeister that runs better upscaled in that unit than other Wii games.
Hmm.
How
It
is
was depressing how much better it runs. It looks
Nice.
smoother.
Sonic Boom's already in a wheelchair. You might as well give it a freaking crutch.
And even that, the frame rate looks bearable somehow. So that's probably how we're going to beat it into the next year, but I really don't think Corey's in for the ride. He passed out. He had a beer. He fell asleep, and Tony and me stayed up till like 5 in the morning playing it.
Oh shit.
And Tony just came to like tag along. It was basically going to be just me and Corey playing. Tony's like, I'm going to tag along, hang around. Turned out me and Tony were playing while Corey was passed out. Good times. Sonic Boom.
Well, at least he stayed there and didn't leave.
Is Vector in it?
He slept.
Who, Vector?
Is Vector in Sonic Boom?
Oh, is Vector in there? I don't know. I don't think so. It's like a reimagined Sonic universe. Like, I haven't seen Vector or Charmy or...
Thank God.
Shadow shows up, though.
Bullshit. Oh, Maria.
Maria shows up looking like Tank Girl. In that fucking world.
so? By the way, how is Sonic Boom? Because I read from most of the online articles that they gave this game a bad rating, and a lot of people have been saying that it's a mediocre game.
It's terrible. It's only fun if you're playing with a friend. Don't play it with yourself. Drag somebody down with you. That's how you got to do it.
That sounds like the best advice I've ever heard.
Don't play with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, okay, I got you.
Let's see. It's 10:59. I guess. Do we want to go to the anticipated games or?
I got a lot for anticipated games.
So while we, if you have more games that you played this year, we can just like list them off, and then we can go to the anticipated ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
'Cause I just have
so
like 4 or 5 more, I think.
all right, so let me burn through a couple of others. Okay, so I played Shovel Knight. That game is very good. It kind of it's weird. It reminds me of Dark Souls when it shouldn't, but it does. um, because what is it? When you die, you lose your loot, and so you have to go and get your loot. And if you happen to die again, the loot that you lost is taken away, and is replaced by the new loot that you had dropped. But it's very fun. It's actually very challenging, but it's a good kind of challenging. Next one I played was Gunman Clive. That one was like it was dirt cheap. I think it was like $2, $2 or $3. And it's very short, but it's really competent. Like I was surprised at how good it actually was. Um, I know Brian. Brian, he told me before taping that he wasn't quite digging the game because of the train level. For me, I couldn't like I beat the game as the Duck and Clive, but for some reason, Mrs. Smith, I tried playing as her, and it would just freeze on the train boss. But anyway, the game is good. It's pretty cheap. And finally, as a Christmas gift, I had gotten Super Smash Bros. For 3DS.
Woo!
Mhm.
And Jesus Christ, this game is addictive, and I freaking like it. I already have over 40 hours logged into this thing already.
Damn.
So,
Nice.
so it's damn fine. I just beat 9.0 Classic with DDD and Hard Mode All Star with DDD. I'm pretty much beating the living shit out of this game with DDD. So everything's good. And the other game that I would have talked about, but we don't have enough time for that one, is Persona 2 Eternal Punishment. I bought that on PSN Classics. I actually bought that in 2013, but I finally started playing it in 2014. So yeah, and that's all. And I also bought Senran Kagura Shinobi Versus. However, I do not have a Vita. I'll get that at some point, but I just wanted to get the physical copy because I know by the time I get a Vita, those are not going to be available anymore. So I was like, let me
Enjoy
get
the
that ahead of
fan art.
time.
Yeah,
So-
my wife bought the special edition of that.
The packaging looks like I haven't even taken it out of the seal yet. Like it's still sealed, but it's sort of like my motivation. Like get shit right and get some money. Save us some money, get a Vita, and boom, I can open that baby and be all good about all that. Okay, so next person, burn through your list.
Let's see. For some reason, I got an urge to play Pitfall 3D for the PS1. That was a mistake. I actually wanted to play Xenogears for the very first time. I never actually played it, and I heard it's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Fuck. Yeah, I know, right? Kicking it real fucking old school. I would like to. I'm playing more uh, Ultra, Super Street Fighter Ultra, and Omega when it comes out, and playing that Bayo 2, man. I'm putting hours in that shit. So
Yes.
yeah, that's it.
All right, next person.
Gasparito.
Guessford?
Yep. Okay. So well, let's see. I finally got around to playing the Wonderful 101.
Woo.
Mhm.
How is it?
Game's pretty good, man.
Good.
It's something. This is something new to me, but I haven't got this far, but I find it pretty good.
All right.
And let's see what else. I also got around to playing Captain Toad, although I'm still on episode 1. I've also played. I played Bayonetta 2. Yeah,
Woo!
that game is really good. Yeah, I haven't. Well, because I've been pretty busy with work lately. I haven't had the time to, to get this far. But I'm hoping to do that, and if I ever have enough spare time. And what else? Super Smash Brothers for the Wii U.
Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Absolutely, really awesome.
Da 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 dee ja Da, da, da,
And let me tell you,
dee,
it was really crazy about with the GameCube controller adapter. Like once it comes in stock in stores, it gets quickly sold out, like in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yep.
hmm I got no problem because I already know I'm playing with a Pro controller if I ever happen to get that. Yeah, I have a weird configuration ever since Brawl that I have with the face button layout, how I play Smash. So yeah, there's that thing going on. Okay, so any other games, Gusford, or that's it?
Um, well, let's see. And the last game I've also played was actually Sonic Lost World. And what one of my
Ew.
on the Wii U, and so one of my favorite levels is the DLC contest, which is the Legend of Zelda,
Uh-huh.
and the other one is Yoshi Island. Yeah.
You know what, James? You played Lost World as well.
I wouldn't wish that. I'd rather play Sonic Boom than Sonic Lost World.
Oh, okay then.
I'd rather play Sonic
Damn.
06 and Sonic Boom back to back than Sonic Lost World. I'd rather play Chaos Legion than play Sonic Lost World.
Damn.
Holy shit.
He said I'd rather.
Don't tell Tony I said that, by the way.
Let me guess. He likes Chaos Legion.
No, he's trying to get me to play Chaos Legion.
Oh shit. Son tells me if I play Sonic Lost World, I'd actually want to go back and enjoy playing Jet Set Radio. All right, and okay, so I guess we'll move on to James. You got to burn through your list.
I got a literal list. I got my recordings right over here. I started the year with my 3-punch of ActRaiser, Soul Blazer, and Illusion of Gaia,
Woof.
followed by Earthbound, a big Super Nintendo extravaganza, all great games. I recommend them if you haven't played them. I did my first Nuzlocke challenge this year in Pokemon Blue.
Nuzlocke. What's that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pokemon Nuzlocke.
That's when you play it. You can only capture the first Pokemon you encounter on each new area. And
Oh, wow.
You play as Ash, basically.
And if your Pokemon faints in battle, they're considered dead and has to be released into the wild.
What?
Yep.
So, yeah, permadeath, only one Pokemon per area.
Oh wow.
And you have to custom name them all, so you grow attached to them.
Oh damn.
It was a good run.
It's basically Poke Emblem.
I lost a lot of good people.
Yo. Alright. What else is in that list?
We did Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze.
Woo.
Woo! Yes.
Oh yeah, goody. One of the best DKC games in a long time. I wasn't into returns too much, but that was because of the Wii controls.
Yes, that was a
You had to waggle.
It was
to roll.
better.
Yeah,
It was better on the
3DS.
DS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3DS was
I
amazing.
agree.
Hopefully it has co-op in
It's
that.
kind of awkward.
Fucking waggle. I did the Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, pretty good. I like the classic Sega Genesis game.
Oh no, not that one.
Oh, you're
The
talking about
one-
The
the
new
Wii
one.
one.
Oh, the Wii one? Ew.
Wait,
No.
no. That's
That's
Epic.
the Magical Mirror starring Mickey Mouse or something.
Oh,
That's
okay.
bad. The Magical Quest is great.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was thinking of something else.
We finished Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne this year.
I gotta get back on that one. Especially now that I got a extension cord for the PS2 controller, so I can play all the fucking way back on my bed.
Do it. It's so good. It's hard too.
Then I gotta sweet talk my PS2 into playing games again. I mean, it plays them, but it's like it's like trying to rev up the car engine. It's like, come on,
Come on, go. We
You
did
might have to
Tales of
divvy
some...
up the cash for a new one.
It's either a new PS2 or a new Vita. Which one?
Shit,
PS2.
damn, that's a good one. You might have to go with PS2 though. You're guaranteed
More
good
games.
games.
I mean, I could go to one of those street vendors right in front of Pioneer Supermarket. They tend to have some old consoles. Though I'm like, did you steal it or did you get this from your house?
He's gonna point at you and go, "Do you care?" And
No, I actually got that. I got a face like that one point. Like, what was it? This guy had an extension cord, but it looked kind of shitty. Like it looked like a dog kind of chewed on it, and somebody else like stepped on it. And I asked him, "Does it work?" And he looks at me and goes, "What do you think?" And in my mind, I'm like, "I think it doesn't work, you scheming bitch." But I was like, never mind. And I put it back and I walked out. I was like, fuck you. And then my pops comes around. He gives me an extension cord that he found. I was like, hey, oh, this is sticky. Hold on, let me clean this. And so I clean it and it fucking works.
YOLO.
Although I did take it out of this, it was like in a roll or some shit like that. I took it out that fucking roll because I'm like, listen, I'm not gonna roll it up in this thing. I'm gonna be pretty far back.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention that you see I have been dying to play Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5 Remix, and from which I heard it's actually pretty good. Although
I'll talk about that in a minute.
I have the original PS2 version, and I have been trying to get my hands on the collector's edition. So, I mean, so here's my story. I ordered the collector's edition since like around November 15, through online from the Square Enix store, and so I waited anxiously for about 2 or 3 weeks, and so by the time the package was this close to getting delivered, to my residential destination, it turns out I took a look at the tracking status from the U.S. Post Office, but guess what? It turns out that the package was undeliverable as addressed, and when I spoke to one of the USPS customer service representative, I was told that the package was unable to be delivered because the building number was missing, and so it had to get sent back. Back to the store where it originally was, and it took a while. So by the time the store received my package, I just received an email from one of the customer specialists, and I was told that the package was received, but it got damaged, and unfortunately they could not proceed with a new delivery. So they had to go ahead and give me a new refund.
Oh man.
I was fucking pissed off, man.
I mean, did you at least you got all your money back though, right? Or no?
I mean, they said, I mean, I haven't yet, but they said they're gonna provide me a full refund. I just have to wait for the next email from Square Enix store.
Damn, that fucking sucks, man.
And Japan takes another loss.
Ouch.
Damn. Oh, and speaking of burning through some games, I did forget two others: Market Cree and Rise of the Kasai. I forgot about those two.
Oh, haven't played either one. I have.
Yeah, Market Cree. It's actually pretty good. Though it's a little short. They actually have a very competent stealth mechanic, and the fighting system, it kind of reminds me of almost like a proto Batman Arkham Asylum system.
Huh.
But it's obvious that it was like one of those like first try at something kind of things. And Rise of the Kasai, I only played a little bit of it, and it's more or less following up on all of that. I haven't gotten that far. I haven't been able to do any stealth yet, but so far it looks to be more of the same with that one. But anyway, so yeah, going back to James, what else you have left on the burner list?
Yeah, to wrap up? Yep.
Yeah, wrap up the burner list.
Tales of Symphonia, Dawn of the New World. Tony and me tag teamed it.
Ooh.
Good Tales game, for 2 people. 4 people, it sucks. My possible game of the year I played this year, Dragon Guard 3.
Ooh.
The final boss is legendarily bad, but the story's great. It's very emotionally charged. That was one of my favorite streams of early this year. This was like pre-May. Finished Octolad 2. We did a run through Unlimited Saga.
Oh yeah, the one with the board game. I saw a bit of that. I finally saw how that game played for the first time on your stream, and I was like, oh my god, Game Informer was right.
The strange thing is, I kind of like it.
People get addicted to abuse, man.
Yep. I want to play it again. I'm actually going to play as another character pretty soon. I'm planning on it. Woo.
God, that sounds like me playing Earl Porter. I fucking hate Earl Porter. Yeah, I go back to it sometimes.
It calls you.
You know, I can't even talk shit. I'm playing Pitfall 3D.
Hey, it could be worse. It could be Bubsy 3D.
Ooh.
Oh, hell no.
Whoa.
Fuck
Now
that.
all I have to do is download it now and then learn what pain is.
It could be Mega Man X7, which was another game I did this year.
Ground, burn to the ground! Burn to the ground! It's no lie. I'm shocked that nobody's done like a hip hop remix of all his sound clips. Like seriously, you can put that shit to a beat and bam, there you go. You got yourself a hit.
You just gave me an idea.
Oh no! What the fuck have I wrought?
I'll see what I can do, Steve.
Solid snake in the pussy.
Put that shit.
I'm fine, ma.
Yo, put that shit to the beat of X gonna give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear you. I had my headphones on.
But all right. So yeah, let's do anticipated of 2014. I guess I'll start first. I don't have that. Actually, I haven't really been paying attention much to upcoming games. There's one game. I think it's called Kingdom Come Deliverance or something like that from Warhorse Studios. I think it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Like I found out about them from a certain controversy we're not talking about in this one.
Yep.
But I did. But the game it does look pretty good. Like they're gonna like stick really close to how the medieval times were, and they're also doing like a whole what do you call, like a schedule system that each NPC has. So like for instance, for example, if you take a quest from somebody and they suddenly fall asleep at night, you can't see them because they're in their house sleeping. So you have to wait till the morning for them to come out. To come out and start working, and you'll actually see them, working and doing what they have to do. And you can still like interrupt their work, to take on a quest and stuff like that. So that looks good. And what's another game? The only other game that I can think of off the top of my head is the new Star Fox game that Miyamoto is supposedly working on. Although I do wonder how they're gonna I wonder how they're gonna lengthen that game, because it may seem like it's gonna go back to its roots, but you can blaze through like Star Fox 64 pretty quickly. So I'm wondering how they're gonna make a full length $60 game when you can probably beat that game in a very short span of time. And finally, my most anticipated game of 2015 has got to be Yakuza 5. Because I played Yakuza 4 back in 2013, and oh my god, that game was amazing. Like that was the first Yakuza game I played, and I only had gotten that on a whim, and I was so hooked on it. Like I was like, oh my god, is this how Shenmue fans feel? Like, is this why they want a third game? Because oh my god, this game is freaking amazing. And I was getting mad because Sega wouldn't budge on trying to release Yakuza 5. I'm guessing because they saw how bad Dead Souls sold, and I'm like, why?
Well,
The thing that Dead Souls is a freaking expansion pack, and so because Dead Souls wasn't selling a lot, they thought, okay, interest in Yakuza is nil, so we're not going to release Yakuza 5, and we're like, no, we want Yakuza 5. We just didn't care much for Dead Souls. And they were really pushing Dead Souls too because of the whole zombie craze happening, and I guess that Gambit backfired, and so they're like, oh, no more Yakuza. Until Sony came in and said, hey, we'll publish it for you if you're not that willing to do it. So they essentially pulled a Nintendo and said, we'll bring it.
Go Sony.
So I'm definitely looking forward to Yakuza 5. Especially since one of the characters, Saejima, he got a haircut, and I was like, oh shit, yo, Saejima, he looked like he's gonna rock those hostess clothes finally, and I look like a bummy ass motherfucker in there. So yeah, that's my anticipated. Who's gonna take over?
I guess I'll go keep the same order. I wanted to try Freedom Wars out if I get a PS4. I'm also looking forward to the next season of League of Legends because it looks like a lot of changes are happening, and Riot is just doing this thing where they're trying to build their own internet speedway in the middle of the country. So this is gonna be, it's a big year for esports in general. I guess I think that's the only two things I'm really looking for. Other than that, I'm just looking forward to more podcasts.
What you're looking forward to is Kim Jong-un finally stepping into the esports scene. It's called
North Korea League of Legends.
It's simply called Civilization.
Yo, Kim Jong-un as the coach for North Korean League of Legends team.
Yo, he'll kill everyone. Like, he'll tell everybody leave, and he wins. Anyway, so let's see. I guess guess Fred. So, what's your anticipated for 2015? I think I was saying 2014. This whole time I meant to say 2015.
Well, my anticipation for 2015 is if I had a PS4, I look forward to playing Kingdom Hearts 3. Although from what I heard is that that game is still in development, and I recently read an article that supposedly they were going to add some of the characters from the Star Wars franchises, but I still.
Oh shit! Okay.
A lot of people were talking about it, and I still haven't seen it happening.
Yo, lightsaber
Frozen.
Yo, lightsaber keyblades, son. Lightsaber keyblades. Yo, oh my god, I just remembered something. Yo, guess. Yeah. Disney owns Marvel.
Yeah, there was a screenshot that was released to it. No one could figure out if it was real or fake, but it was basically it was like it showed Wolverine and like the menu was like action and all this other stuff in it. Yeah, so.
Oh my god, yo, what is it? Claw keyblades. That is so fucking stupid. Never mind.
Fist weapon keyblades. Fist weapon keyblades would be so unnecessary.
It's basically a bunch of giant keys coming out of his knuckles.
It's like fist wielding keyblades. Oh my god.
He's like, hold on, let me open the door. He just takes one out and he puts his hand in like this motherfucker. It's either from Chronicles of Riddick or this guy. Oh, RoboCop. There we go. RoboCop, when he wants to open the door, he just like takes out a spike and puts it in the keyhole and breaks it.
So yeah, I'm also aware that Disney also owns Lucasfilm.
Yep, so that's what I'm thinking of lightsaber keyblades.
The lightsaber keyblade. Imagine that. I wonder if it's actually useful.
It would be.
You should be able to one-shot any Heartless, because I don't see how a Heartless would be able to live through a hit, but... Oh my god, wouldn't that make the Heartless like the Sith Lords? And they can have like red Keyblades? Or red lightsabers that fight your Keyblade saber? Okay, we're thinking too much into this. Next. Jeez. This will go on forever.
And also, well, the next game I also look forward to playing is Yoshi's Woolly World on the Wii U.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And what do you guys think of Kirby's the Rainbow Canvas on the Wii U?
Oh, Kirby's Rainbow Curse. Well, I played Canvas Curse.
Yeah.
Sorry,
If it's
Canvas
as
was
good as...
Yes, I meant. Yeah, I meant Rainbow Curse.
Yeah. Well.
If it's as good as what was that game with the circles? Fuck.
Canvas Curse.
If it's good, like I mean, Canvas Curse is alright. I wasn't like as going crazy as people were about it, but I mean, if it's as or remotely as good, then yeah, I'd totally give it a try. I think Kirby has a decent record when it comes to IPs from Nintendo. So.
Yeah, it's also it's also kind of funny how the the next Nintendo platform game of starring Yoshi, but then in their world the whole world is being made of yarns, which is kind of like Kirby's Epic Yarns.
Yeah, I mean, I think the yarn effect in general kind of helps with like platforming, because I think platforming is like stagnant a little bit, where it's either it's going to be more difficult or you're going to have to add an element or a tool for the platform. So you have like Shovel Knight, which is a platform game, but the weapons and the stages are just so diverse that it's a really good game.
Okay.
So I think something like that has to happen. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to the Woolly World thing. I'm kind of on the fence about Kirby, but we'll see when it gets here, I guess.
Yep.
Also, Maleficent is a Sith Lord. That should be the name of the episode.
Yo, for some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason, when I look at the gameplay of Kirby's Rainbow Curse, it has that clay style to it, and for some fucking reason, it kind of reminds me of that old Fox Kids show, Bump in the Night.
Yikes. You just said reboot like a normal person? Or Clay Fighters? Or anything? He said Bump in the Night. A show that basically wrote five Nights at Freddy's.
But it kind of reminds me of that, because like, what is it? They really played with the fact that they were made out of clay. So you had like the blue guy. He would always I forgot both of their fucking names, but like the blue guy, he would just like melt into himself. So I'm like, yeah, this kind of reminds me of a very bright Bump in the Night.
It's a ghetto Gumby. Gumby and friends.
Oh shit! Yeah, I know what you guys talking about. I haven't seen that show in a while.
You know what I haven't seen in a while? World in the World is Carmen Sandiego. Fucking 8chan linked to that shit. And I was like, well, that's a half-hour loss, and I got into that shit. I was like, yo, this kid is killing it.
Where in the world is Carmen
Sandiego? Alright, so anything else, Gus Fred?
I guess that's yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. If I ever come across some some more intense video games, I'll be more than happy to mention that on the next podcast.
Okay, so James, your last one up. Anticipated.
Yep. So this year has been a year of change for me on the gaming scene. I don't know if you guys know how much I've hated Square Enix over the past couple of years, but they've pissed me off. I don't even remember why. I didn't want to touch anything Square Enix ever made.
They're not the same company like they was before.
Exactly. And that's how I started this year. I wasn't planning on touching anything Square Enix.
More like
And-
Triangle Enix.
Wait,
I'm
wait,
sorry.
wait. Was it because of Bravely Default or no?
No. I actually
Okay.
couldn't get into Bravely Default. I haven't
Okay.
finished it yet. I did like 4 chapters in.
Okay.
But,
no. 'Cause, I'm so boycotting. I'm trying to get it reused. But anyway, go moving on.
But this year, I hated Chrono Cross with a passion, and then I streamed it. I love the game now. It's great.
You
Chrono
actually-
Cross. It was fun. It was one of the most fun streams I did.
Well then, I finally got a new friend to talk about Chrono Cross with.
Yeah, I kind of buried the hatchet with that game.
Woo.
Final Fantasy V and Final Fantasy VII continued the Square trend. I played those two with Tony and Eric. And also, Final Fantasy XIV came out this year, which was big. I had to sink at least 100 hours in, and we're not even close to done yet. We're waiting for the expansion pack to come out with like new classes and shit in the spring sometime.
Mm.
Then we're going to dip in and pay for another subscription fee and get on that. But yeah, FF14 all of a sudden got on the radar. One of the greatest things ever. I still won't touch FF13, but 14 was great. And Tony and Eric also talked me into playing Kingdom Hearts Final Mix.
Oh shit.
A game that I've probably talked to you guys many times about how I've quit at Traverse Town, how it sucks,
Right.
how it's not the game for me. I enjoyed it. I played it. I streamed it about maybe 2 weeks ago. Great game. It's pretty fun. And so, for me, the most anticipated games are all Square related. We're getting that 14 expansion. We're getting 15. We're getting that 13 thing for the PS4. What is it?
Don't
Versus
get that.
13?
First, oh no, that is Final Fantasy 15.
Or no. Agito then 13.
Oh, Type Zero.
That's the one. Yeah. We're getting Type Zero.
Oh yeah, actually, now I think
3
about it, yeah,
years
Final
late, isn't
I actually am anticipating 15 because Yoko Shimomura, she is staying on as the composer, and that song
Nice.
from the trailer when they're just running around in the field,
Yeah.
that song was so stuck in my head. Like I was like, yup, this is in good hands, man. Because what was it? 13. I've heard some of the songs that I was like, this one sounds like it's trying too hard. I hear some of some of 12. 12 was good. It's different, but it's good. But it's mainly something that I always think, this is mostly Evil East Alliance kind of shit. You know, it's basically whatever Base Escape does is their usual shtick.
Yeah.
And 14, it was okay. 15, I'm like, this is beautiful, man. This is music I want to listen to in a Final Fantasy game.
Yes. Hell yeah. I definitely look forward to 15.
Cause it always sounds like with 13, especially with 13, it just seems like it tried too hard to be melodramatic. It just tried too much. Whereas with Yoko Shimomura, she's just doing her usual thing. She's not overdoing it. She's not underdoing it. Like she's doing her thing, and that's what makes these Final Fantasy games strong. At least back then, that's what made them strong. In each department, because it was Uematsu doing his thing. It was Base Escape doing their thing. It was whoever did 11 doing their thing. It was just that. So definitely in the music department, it's in good hands.
Also, it was the same team that did Kingdom Hearts that did 15, right?
Yep,
Mhm.
it's the same people.
And
It almost
then
has the
we
same.
can,
It almost has the same battle system.
Mm-hmm.
and then we can read the light novel for 10x3.
Oh yeah, that's right. Where he kicks a blitz ball and his head blows off because it was a
Blows
bomb.
up. And then Yuna goes, "Oh, why'd I always fall in love with the dumb ones?"
Somebody had made a GIF of some guy kicking a soccer ball, but it was Tidus's head, and he kicks a soccer ball and it blows up, and Tidus.
It's like, ha, 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 ha.
Oh my god, yo! Could you imagine if like he kicks the ball, his head just flies into the sky like Team Rocket. All you hear him is going, ha 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 ha.
Ha, 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 ha.
We might be streaming FF10 and 10.2 this year.
Uh-oh.
Good times.
You should level up Kimaru so you get hate messages from people. Why the fuck would you do that? Why would you level Kimaru? He goes, because I like Kimaru.
Ain't it Kimari?
Kimari sucks. Kimaru and Kimari sucks. That's how bad he is.
Damn.
No matter
Now I
what
kind of want to
he
play him.
is.
I played Kate Sith in FF7.
Yeah, King Sith was like, at least he had like a random luck in being good. Kimari is just bad. He's just bad. All his ratios are just terrible. I'd rather play Waka if I was deaf. So I don't even know when the ball hits.
I for some reason I couldn't help but think about the jet shot,
Hmm.
Oh,
which I find it, I don't know, kind of interesting.
I don't know. I kind of find Waka's hair interesting. It reminds me of a paintbrush. Like, I always wanted to pick up Waka and hold him upside down and be like, okay, I'm going to make art in the sand.
Or Spiky Cheetah.
He was kicking my ass in Kingdom Hearts, man. I had to listen to him. Ha ha ha! I win!
So you hit his ass with the guard and you start fucking him up. That's what I did.
Wait,
I
so
didn't have good.
wait, was that D. Bradley Baker that voiced Waka in Kingdom Hearts?
I don't remember.
I think it was. So I'm like, what the
don't
fuck
know,
is this
yeah.
guy doing? What
don't
voicing
know,
Waka?
Tell me, yeah.
He is Waka and Selfie from Kingdom Hearts.
Man, fuck all three of them, man. Well, all three of those kids, they can go fuck themselves.
Pretty much.
Jump rope. She can go to hell. Yo, so I gotta get off. I think my phone is like dying. Crap. Yeah, it's dying.
Oh boy.
Yo, I enjoyed the hell out of this. Definitely
It's
gonna
been
do
a
this
great
again.
chat.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we'll just wrap it up then.
All right.
All right, guys. So for anyone watching, thank you for joining us in this episode of the Wirefish podcast. What's a pitch? Well, if you want to follow us on Twitter, you can follow us at the Wirefish on Twitter. You can visit the main site, thewirefishnetwork.com. You can suffer through Tumblr, which is
Cesspool.
thewirefish.tumblr.com. What's another one?
Did you get the WordPress?
That was it. Thewirefishnetwork.com.
Okay.
And you can also follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/thewiredfish. And hopefully we can try doing this bi-weekly. So in 2 weeks we'll be back with a new episode and fresh topics. Okay. So then, guys, until next time, stay safe out there.
Later.
Later.
Later.